If you have James Cook on your fantasy football team, you need to trade him right now. Cook is coming off a great performance last week against the Bucs with over 100 yards and a touchdown, but he has brutal matchups coming up. This week he plays the Texans, who allow the 3rd least rushing yards per game and 8th least fantasy points per game. Then he plays the Steelers, who allow the 7th least fantasy points per game. Then he gets a good matchup against the Bengals, who allow the most fantasy points per game. So that's the only good matchup that he has. Then in the fantasy football playoffs, he has more brutal matchups. In week 15, the first round of the playoffs, he has to go to New England, play against the Patriots, who allow the least touchdowns to opposing running backs, the 4th least fantasy points, and Cook already played them earlier this season and scored 4.9 points. Then in the fantasy semifinals, he has to go to Cleveland to play against the Browns, who allow the 3rd least fantasy points to opposing running backs and the 2nd least touchdowns per game to opposing running backs. Then in the fantasy championship, he's got to play against the Eagles, who have the #1 defense over the last 3 weeks, and they're only getting better. I would trade James Cook right now for Saquon Barkley, Kyren Williams, Chase Brown, or even Alvin Kamara straight up. All those players have great matchups throughout the rest of the season, especially in the fantasy football playoffs.